Welcome, my name is Zuri. I'm going to take you through a beginner's guide to Pilates. So this is going to really focus today on the 6 main movements of your spine. So when we think about Pilates, we often think about core work, but really, to me, the essence of Pilates is the awareness and the connection to your spine. So there's 6 major movements of your spine. You can forward flex. You can come into back extension, lateral movement right to left, and spinal rotation right to left. So really what we want to find is a healthy balance between those 6 major movements of the body. And once the spine has got freedom of movement, then in essence you've got a strong, healthy core. So let me take you through those 6 main principles here today. So really all you need is a mat, maybe a rolled up towel. This could be used as a prop. I'll show you when to use that a bit later on. Come to a seated position. I'm going to start at the top of the mat and very gently roll yourself back to the mat. So a gentle flexion forwards, because I'm bringing the 2 front halves of the body closer, rounding through the back. And then when I get down to the ground, this means that my spine is in its neutral position. So the feet are flat. I don't need to be in too close or too far away. With the knees bent, we're supporting the spine. Rest the arms beside the body, roll the shoulders back. So to move the spine, we do a movement at the beginning of Pilates, which is known as rib cage breathing. Now this moves the spine out, or the rib cage more importantly, moves the rib cage out. So it actually gets some movement to what we call the thoracic spine, which is the part of your spine that connects to your rib cage. So if you rib cage breathe, so you breathe in and expand the rib cage, then you're going to get some movement into your thoracic spine. So take a breath in and a breath out. So as you breathe in, you want to feel the rib cage expand sideways. And breathe out. Feel the rib cage contract. Now you can put the fingers on the front of the rib cage, and as you breathe in, the fingers will separate, exhale, and the fingers will draw closer together as you contract and tighten. 2 more, breath in and out. 1 more, inhale and exhale. So rib cage breathing is a simple exercise that you can do that starts to get some movement through the thoracic spine. Going to work up into the shoulders and the upper back here. Just raise the arms up on a breath in and lower them on a breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Raise the arms up. Keep the shoulder blades on the mat. Exhale, lower the arms down. So the arms are straight, breathing in as you go up. Exhaling, lower. Just try 1 more. Breath in. Breath out. This time as you raise the arms up, sweep them around, exhale, and circle the arms around the body. Try that again, 2 more, breath in. Sweep the arms around, just opens up the chest, so getting some movement, not just into the upper back, but also activating through the heart, through the chest, opening the front of the body as well. Press the palms down. We're going to do a very gentle curl of the spine forward, so known as a forward flexion. Breathing in. Nod the chin down towards the chest. Exhale, deepen the crease or the curl here over your breastbone. Breathing in, rib cage breathing. Exhale, curl the head, neck and shoulders off the mat. As you lift to about the tips of your shoulder blades. Inhale, lower. So in effect what you're doing is as you contract and shorten the front of the body, which means forward flexion, you're actually lengthening the back of the body. So it's making the spine longer, it's stretching it. Breathing in and take a long breath out. Pilates curl. Now once you've lowered the head back down, we're going to focus on this area that's connected to lower back through the hips and the pelvis. Lift the legs up 1 at a time. We lift right, left, lower, right, left. Repeat, left to right, lower, left, right. Do 1 more round like that. Right, followed by left, right leg down, left leg down. Repeat, left to right. Now if you were to lift both those legs and hold them up in tabletop position, can we start from this position and move one leg away and one leg towards us? So it's getting some movement, again, like I said earlier, through this lower band. So it's connected to lower back, it's connected to your hips and down through the pelvis. So the idea is one leg is drawing in, one leg is drawing away. So it will help to strengthen the area around the lower back, which is an area a lot of people struggle with nowadays. So I'm pressing down quite tightly through the centre of my body, rib cage, belly button, but most importantly, that space below the belly button. So it's keeping nice and stable and still through this area of the body as I move the legs. Now bring the legs back to tabletop position and lower the feet down. So from here, let's come into a beautiful kind of forward flexion of the body by just bringing the legs nice and close. Curl the head, neck and shoulders off the mat. So this is a nice deep curl. And you can reach the hands halfway down the shin or back of your thighs and really just curl your tailbone gently off the mat. Bring the forehead towards the knees towards the forehead, but just make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed. So again, this is a forward flexion, so you're stretching everything on the back of the body, bringing everything to the front of the body slightly closer together. So just gently roll the body up, come up to a seated position, scoot the hips back, take the feet slightly apart. Now you could start possibly with your knees ever so slightly bent, or you could take up the rolled up towel and place that underneath the knees so it just supports, so that you don't end up with the legs completely straight. Because a lot of people when they start out with Pilates really struggle sitting in an upright position with the legs completely straight, and that's generally because they're quite tight in the lower back or tight around the hips and the pelvis. So if you place something under your knees that's going to support, you've got a slight bend in the knees, you reach the arms out in front, and you take a gentle breath in. Now you bring the spine in an upright direction, energy out the top of the head comes forwards first, and then gently stretch that spine forwards. Now it looks really easy, but inhale. And this time as you breathe out, you're going to tighten through your rib cage, through the belly button and an inch below. So everything here is engaging and tightening, and everything here is opening. Inhale, come up. And the arms stay at the same height. You want to bring that head down between the natural frame of the arms as you gently stretch that spine forwards. 2 more, breathing in. And take a long breath out. 1 more, inhale. And take a long flowing breath out as you stretch that spine forwards. So come up nice and tall. So we've done 2 different rounds of forward flexion, one from the floor, one from a seated position. Take that mat or that towel away from the back of the knees and take the legs a little wider. Again, the knees can be slightly bent. So this time we're going to work into rotation. Take the arms up nice and wide. So if you want the legs to be completely straight, otherwise keep a slight bend in the knees. Rotate and turn towards the right side. Now just pause there. So you should feel like you're moving here from the rib cage. Start to stretch forward, reaching the front arm forwards and the back arm away. And notice that angle of the back arm. It's slightly down, so don't stress the shoulder out. Inhale, come up, turn the other way. Keep turning. I'm going to take the whole body around to one side. And then exhale, stretch on that diagonal over and across to the other side. So it's a breath in. Big rotation, exhale, stretching on that diagonal as you go forwards. Breath in, turn, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale as you go forwards. 3, 4, 5. So you breathe in and you breathe out. And we inhale and we exhale. We'll do 1 more to each side. Chest open, so activating chest muscles, upper back, and then diving, reaching spine forwards on that diagonal. Breathing in, keeping the arms and the legs quite active. Twist first, draw the waistline in, reach on that diagonal as you stretch and extend opposite hand for opposite foot. Now as you come through the center, bring your feet back in, maybe scoop your hips down towards your heels. And like you did at the very beginning, we're going to slowly roll the body back down and take your time with this. C-curve the spine. Once you get back to the mat, just go for a gentle stretch. The arms can reach behind you, point the toes. And we're really focusing on just creating length through the front of the body. So this stretches everything on the front. So you may feel it in the front of your thighs, through the abdominal wall, through the chest, through the front of the shoulders. What you may notice is the back gently arches. So this almost comes into a gentle contraction here. So just kind of almost like feels like your spine is lifted away from the floor. So we call this back extension. If I was to roll over and lie on my tummy, we're going to work those back extensions. So we're going to now bring the body into flexion of the back. So my feet slightly wider than the hips. Now I've got my hands so they're just in front of my shoulders. So I've got my forearms resting on the mat. And all I want you to do is just gently lift up, but keep your forearms on the mat, and exhale, lower down. So the hands just in front of the shoulders, and we go breath in. Inhaling as I come up, exhaling slowly as I lower down. We'll try 2 more like that, breathing in and breathing out. 1 more, inhale and slowly exhale. Now what if we came up a little bit further, and this time I'm just going to let the forearms just come off the mat slightly. So I'm going to come up, and just start to lift a little bit more and then slowly lower back down. So maybe just the elbows hovering off the mat. So I'm coming up just as I did before, keep the back of the neck low. Just lift the arms slightly away from the ground and then slowly lower down. All the time keeping the feet grounded. 1 more, breath in. So you're contracting the muscles of the back of the body, lengthening the muscles through the front of the body. Lower all the way down. And then just bring your feet a little closer together. Circle the arms behind you and have the hands resting behind you. So we're going to do this in 2 variations. Hover the legs off the ground, curl the heels in 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Stretch the legs out, reach the arms back and open up the chest. Let's try that again. Curl the heels in. 1, 2, 3. Come up, stretch. And try that again. Curl the heels in. 1, 2, 3. Point the toes. Reach the arms like you're reaching them back towards your heels. And last one here. Curl the heels in. 1, 2, 3. Point the toes. Come up to extension. Roll the shoulders back. And as you lower, bring the hands under the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Come on up. And just gently sit back into child's pose. Feet together. Knees slightly wider than the hips. Stretch back. And let your body just gently fold forwards. So we've worked on the forward flexion. We've worked into rotation. We've worked into back extension. Let's have a little look at the side body. So for this one here, let's sit with the legs cross-legged. So you bring your right leg in front, and you have your left leg behind. Now one of these might feel a little strange. I'm going to start with your right leg in front, the left leg in close. You reach the arms out nice and wide. Now again, if you wanted to, if you find this a difficult position to sit into, take that rolled up towel and sit on it. And that's going to just give you a little bit of support around the hips, around your pelvis and your lower back. Otherwise, if you're comfortable sitting on the ground, lean towards the right and take that top arm and reach it up and over. Now come back to the center. We're going to try that again. Just going to the right side. Go up and over. So you're creating length through the left side and then coming back to center. 2 more. Breathing out. Breath in. And breath out. Breathing in. And exhale as you go over. Inhale to come up. Place the hands down, change that leg lead. So now I'm going to bring the right one in close, left one in front, reach the arms out nice and wide. Again, one of these will feel normal, one of them might feel a little awkward. We're going to lean across and reach up and over to one side. Breath in and breath out. Inhale. Exhale, up and over. So you're reaching and extending on that breath out. Long breath out. Exhale, fully and completely. Working into side body. And then when you get up to the center, lower the arms all the way down. So come onto your hands and your knees. So let's have a little play around here with some of the movements of your spine. So we're always trying to look for neutral spine in Pilates. So what I've done here is I've taken the knees directly under the hips and the wrists directly under the shoulders. So there's a little bit of space between the knees, and I call this my 6 points of contact. Right hand, right knee, right foot, left foot. So we end up with 6 points of contact. So if you bring your chest forwards and the back dips in the middle, okay, this is known as a back bend. But if you start to tuck your tailbone under and curl the head underneath, this is called forward flexion. So you're bringing the two front halves of your body closer. You get that beautiful rounding of the back. So we're going forwards with the heart, the chest, as you come into gentle back bend. So this contracts and tightens everything on the back of the body. And then tuck the tailbone and the head under as you round, almost into forward flexion. So let's go for 2 more. Breathing in and breathing out. And we'll try 1 more. Inhale, come forward with the chest, the heart, and then tailbone under, head draws under, and we come underneath. Beautiful stretch, opening of the back of the body. And then find neutral spine position. Let that spine just settle, find that balance. So very slowly, big toes together, sit back into child's pose. You either take the arms out in front, or you can circle and reach those arms just slightly behind you. Take a breath in, long breath out. As you walk your hands back towards your body, just going to do 1 more as we come into a spinal twist again. So take those legs out in front of you, bring that right leg in and cross it up and over. Hug opposite arm to opposite leg and gently, slowly rotate around. So the area you should be moving is the rib cage, and we want to rinse and rotate as you gently draw around slowly to one side. So spinal rotation, spinal twist. And remember, we're really trying to focus on those 6 major movements of the spine: forward flexion, back extension, spinal twist, and side flexion. So come back through the center. Let's try that to the other side. Bring the other leg in, cross it up and over. And I'm going to turn sideways on for this one so you can get a real visual of how this looks. So bringing that leg up and over, hugging opposite arm to opposite leg. So I want to be nice and upright, really draw up through your spine. Lean into that front leg for a little bit of support. Keep the front foot anchored to the mat. And then slowly rotate from here, which is through the middle of the rib cage. You want to rinse and rotate. Maybe just drop the head slightly. So working into spinal twist, spinal rotation, wrapping, rinsing, rotating through the middle of the body. Take 1 more round of your breath here. And as you slowly come out of it, come back to the position that we started. So really, if you were to practice those 6 movements of your spine, remember that's forward flexion, back extension, lateral movement from side to side, and spinal rotation. If you can improve the range of movement that you have in those 6 ranges, you're going to end up with a nice, beautiful, healthy spine. And when the spine is healthy, it affects the overall health of the whole of your body. So I encourage you to, if you've got a spare 20 minutes, to practice those ones that we've done there today, and let me know if that helps and improves the feel through the whole body, through your core, through your back, through your spine. So hope you enjoyed that here today, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.